Hey everyone! Thank you for joining us today. My name's Lydia. I am Youth Festival Coordinator. Sorry. Youth Festival Coordinator, not Director, here at the Forest City Film Festival. And today I am joined with
Julia. I am the admin assistant this year at FCFF. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thanks for joining, Julia. It's a lot better to do this conversation with you than without you. And if you missed it, we had a live last week and now we're back. So welcome back. We're here to tell you a little bit about what's happened in the festival and what's coming up next.
Yes. So there are some really exciting events that are coming up, but we actually had a few amazing events that happened over the past few days. So we're going to quickly recap on those before getting into the amazing upcoming events. So, Lydia?
Yeah, so October 17th was our opening night. And Julia, do you want to tell us a little bit about our music night?
Yeah, which was amazing. So the music video category was actually new this year. So this event, this was the first time that has ever been held. So it was really, really exciting. There were many fantastic music videos with like a range of musical styles. So that was really, really interesting to see. It was hosted by the lovely Savannah Sewell and Zara Habib. And there was also a really great performance from the amazing Marty Coles. I really, really recommend this program. I really enjoyed watching it. What about you, Lydia?
I loved it. I watched it on demand the day after, and I love the hosts. I loved watching the music videos. So many shots from London. I thought it was so great. So
it was really, really fun to see. Make sure to check that out.
Yeah, watch it on demand. It's so good. We've had 4 days of programs already, and we've had 4 Q&As. One of the directors of The Sound of a Painting joined us at 2:30 a.m. Paris, France time.
So crazy.
It's like so happy he could join us.
For sure.
We've had filmmakers from LA, Toronto, Collingwood, and that's just so far. We have so many more to go. So yeah, be sure to catch the future films and Q&As. They're so great. We also had an up-close conversation with Andy Robert Shaw, who joined us from England a few days ago to talk to us about his consulting work on all of the films he's done. He consulted on the Oscar award-winning movie 1917. He has worked with Steven Spielberg on War Horse, and the list goes on. He has an amazing list of films, and his up-close conversation is so great. So be sure to go watch it on demand. You can watch it until November 1st. It's a really great conversation. I really enjoyed it.
I did too. I really do think everybody should go purchase a ticket if they haven't already done so. I also just wanted to quickly mention, I know Lydia did just kind of touch on this. All of the events that we have just talked about are available on demand until November 1st. Due to the switch that we had to make this year with being online, this is one of the new features that we were able to add. So all of the film programs that have happened and that will happen will be available on demand, but not all of the industry sessions, but all of the up-close conversations will be. So if you are not able to join us live, this is something that you can take advantage of and make sure that you get to see all of the films that you want to.
Yeah, it's a really great feature this year, for sure. So now we're going to talk about some things that are coming up. One really exciting event that we have planned for October 22nd, this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. is Youth Fest. So we'll be having a screening and awards ceremony for all of our wonderful youth finalists. We will have a performance from Beale Musical Theater, a performance from the South Collegiate Dance Company. We have a couple of other performances speckled in. We have our 2 amazing student MCs, Madison and Avery, who will be taking us through the evening. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great show.
I'm so excited to see everything come together. I've seen everyone work so hard behind the scenes. I'm so excited for it.
It's nice to see everything come together finally, and we're only 2 days away, and it's going to be so exciting. I'm nervous, but excited. And also, we are going to be running the show out of Fanshaw's studio. So this event will be completely student run, which is so great. Yeah. So up next, I'm going to talk about the Youth Festival seminar that's going to be happening on October 22nd, this Thursday at 10 a.m. Founding director of the Youth Festival, Laura Briscoe, will be talking to us about our categories, our 2 new categories, and we'll also be screening some past winners. So you'll get to see what a winning film looks like, which is so great. So Laura will take you through all of that. You don't want to miss it. Teachers, it's really easy to sign up. Just go sign up through our website. All you have to do is sign up as a teacher and let us know how many students will be joining you. You don't want to miss this seminar. It's very informative. It'll be fun. Laura's great. You don't want to miss it.
Definitely make sure to check it out. So next, I want to quickly touch on the industry sessions. So one of the new series that was added this year was the Up Close Conversation. So as Lydia mentioned earlier, Andy Robertshaw has actually already joined us. So that is available on demand. That was a really great conversation. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. So then we also have 2 more that are coming up throughout the rest of the week. The first one is with Chris Pern, a Sheridan graduate who was actually the head of story for the first movie of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and then was the director for the second one, which is really, really cool. So he's worked on other great animations as well, so that's bound to be a really great conversation. So make sure to check that out on Friday at 5 p.m. We also have a second up-close conversation with Victor Garber, who's in pretty much everything you could ever think of. He was in Schitt's Creek, Dark Waters, and he's in the upcoming movie Happiest Seasons with Kristen Stewart. So he's going to be joining us on Saturday at 4:30. And there's actually a really cool prize that is available. So Lydia, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when you purchase a ticket and donate, you automatically get entered into a draw. And the winner of the draw will be getting a private conversation with Victor Garber, which is so great. This is a fantastic opportunity. You have until October 22nd to donate and purchase a ticket. I've already purchased my tickets for Victor Garber and for Chris Pern, so I think you can go out and do that. It's going to be great.
Yes, so definitely make sure to register if you want a chance to win, which is a really great prize. So then moving on to a few other industry sessions, we also have a seminar on volumetric video capture. So Lydia, tell me your favorite character, and I'll explain a little bit about what this is.
Like any character?
Any character.
Let's do Iron Man.
Okay. So for instance, let's say you have your phone and you're able to project a holographic image of Iron Man right in front of you, makes it look like he's right there with you. How cool is that?
That would be pretty amazing. I'd be both terrified and excited.
Yes. So this session, we'll talk more about that. It is run by IO Industries, a company here in London that designs cutting-edge digital video equipment. So that's happening on Friday, October 23rd at 10 a.m., and that's something that's definitely not to be missed. It's really, really cool. We also have a documentary panel, and it will be talking about the rapidly changing landscape for documentary filmmaking. It will be hosted by Jenna Solf, a documentary filmmaker who will also be hosting Craig Thompson. So both are actually SCFF alumni, which is really, really cool. And Janice has an in-competition film, Into the Light. And then Craig's film, Inside Wuhan, will be a part of the industry session. So make sure to check that out on October 25th at 1 p.m. And then the last industry session that I want to just quickly touch on, I know I'm talking a lot about the industry sessions, but they are just really cool this year. So on October 25th at 3 p.m., we have Pitchfest. So there are 10 finalists that have been selected, and they will be able to share their idea for a short narrative or a short documentary. So there'll be really, really interesting stories that will be shared at that event. So make sure to save the date and check that out. That will be really, really fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to see everyone's big ideas. Pitchfest will be really great.
Mm-hmm.
So for our international film, we will be screening Bendita Rebeldia, meaning accidental blessing in English. And this comedy it's really great. It's about a main character called Beatrice, and she gets a second chance after failing in almost every aspect of her life, while working as a substitute psychologist for her eccentric aunt's school. Funny enough, this school used to be her family's estate. So it's a great movie, really hilarious, and it is going to be the Canadian premiere. So you don't want to miss that. It's going to be in theaters in February, but you don't want to miss the Canadian premiere. That will be really
good. A head start of everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah. So on Friday, we are going to be having a Flashback Friday screening, and we will be airing Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs with Julia talked about Chris Pern, who will be joining us for an up-close conversation. So we'll be screening Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And he was the head of story on that film, as Julia mentioned, and he directed the sequel. So you don't want to miss the Flashback Friday screening. It's such a wacky and wonderful film, great for the whole family. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I'm excited to watch it during the festival.
Yes, I remember watching it when I was younger and loving it. It's just so like fun.
It really is. It really is. And so yeah, and as Julia mentioned before, Chris Pern is going to be having an up-close conversation, so don't miss that either. That will also be happening on Friday. So up next, we're going to talk a little bit about our big profile films. First up, we have The Walrus and the Whistleblower, which is a great documentary. You don't want to miss that. Another high profile film, Disappearance at Clifton Hill. This one is being screened out of competition, but it's a great drama. You don't want to miss that. We also, at our live last week, Julie and I spoke about From the Vine, and that's a really lighthearted, wonderful film. It's good for the family, and if you caught our live last week to chat about it, it's one you don't want to miss. Another high-profile film, A Perfect Plan, will be screening. It's an action-packed, really character-driven movie, and Julie and I also talked about that at our live last week. It's one of our favorites, so don't miss that one either.
Yes, listen to Lydia. Up next, there's just a few more things that we want to talk about before wrapping up the live. We also have really great Indigenous screenings this year. So our first program will be streaming The Embargo Project, which is a feature film that actually combines 5 shorts written by Canadian Indigenous women. So they participated in this collective process where each director was given a set of restrictions by their other peers, and they had to push themselves into new creative territory. So that is what those 5 films are about. So make sure to check that out on October 23rd at 10 a.m. That's going to be a really, really cool program that you don't want to miss. Then the second program we have is Mitzi Bearclaw and the Incredible 25th Year with the short film Midland Motel Room 77. So Mitzi Bearclaw is about a girl named Mitzi who turns 25 and is facing the tragic decision of staying in the big city where she can pursue her dreams of designing hats, or leaving her boyfriend and returning back home to her isolated reserve to help care for her sick mother. So both are really amazing programs that you want to check out. They are not to be missed. So make sure to mark those down on your calendar. You can check out our schedule on our website, fcff.ca. So I also want to get into our award ceremony quickly. This is happening on Sunday at 7 p.m. So this is where we will be announcing, our winners for all the categories, for the music video, short documentaries, short narratives, and both the feature film categories. It is free to everybody, and we would like you to join us to help celebrate all the great filmmakers that we had this year. It will be hosted by the wonderful Jen Hall from CBC, who is also a member of the board for FCFF. And then just to quickly end off on the last little bit of information, we do have the Old Oak Audience Choice Award. So Old Oak has been a sponsor of FCFF from the very beginning. We are so thankful for their support, and they have this amazing award, the Old Oak Audience Choice Award. So an email will be sent out after every film program that you have purchased a ticket to, and you will be able to vote on your favorite film of the program. And that will help us narrow down the, Audience Choice Award for this year. So make sure to keep an eye on your inbox for that email. and the winner will be announced on November 1st. So make sure to mark that down on your calendar, as that won't be happening at the award ceremony on Sunday. That will be happening later.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we know that was a ton of information, but don't worry, this video will be available for you to reference later. We just don't want you to miss anything, and we get really excited about the festival and everything that's going on. So sorry for bombarding you with all this information, but we had to tell you.
We just had to tell you about all the amazing things that are coming up, and also touching and recapping on the ones that have already happened. So as I already mentioned, make sure to check out our schedule on our website at fcff.ca. That will give you all the information that we just talked about.
Yeah, and just a reminder that FCFF does compensate the filmmakers. We are one of the only festivals that gives a portion of the ticket sales to the filmmaker, directly to the filmmaker. So purchase a ticket and support local artists.
Definitely. It is a great thing to do. And thank you so much for joining us today. We had so much fun with you. Make sure to stay tuned on our socials to keep up to date, and make sure to purchase your tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.